Hi there. Today we're going to discuss independent practice numbers 1 through 7, page 361, in chapter 5, lesson 2, sequences. All right, so our first example, we have to describe the relationship between the terms in each arithmetic sequence, then write the next three terms. So we went from 0 to 7 to 14 to 21. And when we're doing this, boys and girls, we just have to remember that in order to find out how we traveled from one term to the next term, we have to do some subtracting. So we usually subtract the second term minus the first term. So 7 minus 0, that equals 7. Um, 14 minus 7, that equals also 7. And then 21 minus 14, that also equals 7. So 7 is added to the previous term. So our next three terms are 28, 35, and 42. Our next one, we went from 1 to 7. How did we do that? Well, we can do 7 minus 1, that equals 6. How did we get from 7 to 13? 13 minus 7, that also equals 6. And then from 13 to 19, 19 minus 13, that equals 6. So our answer is 6 is added to the previous term, and our next three terms are 25, 31, and 37. Okay, and in our next one, from 26 to 34, so we're going to do 34 minus 26, and that equals 8. Uh, from 34 to 42, so 42 minus 34, that equals 8. And then from 50 to 42, that equals 8. So 8 was added to the previous term. So 58, 66, and 74. And what I want to bring your attention to, boys and girls, is that these are all positive. When they're positive, that means that they were added onto it. If they were negative, that means that it would have been subtracted away from it. So just keep that in mind. All right, so the next one, how did we get from 0.1 to 0.4? So we're going to subtract the two of them, the second one minus the first one, so that equals 0.3. From 0.4 to 0.7, that equals 0.3. And then from 1.0, from 0.7 to 1.0, we subtract the three of them and we got 0.3. So 0.3 is added to the previous term and we get 1.3, 1.6, and then 1.9. So our next one, from 24 to 3.2, so 3.2 minus 2.4, that equals 0.8. Then from 3.2 to 4.0, subtract those, that's also 0.8. And then our last one, from 4.0 to 4.8, so 4.0 minus 4.0, that's 0.8. So 0.8 is added to the previous term. We got 5.6, 6.4, and 7.2. Let's do our last one, from 2.0 to 3.1. Let's subtract those two. That equals 1.1. Just keep checking. 4.2 minus 3.1, that's also 1.1. And then how did we get from 4.2 to 5.3? Subtract the two of them, and that equals 1.1. So 1.1 is added to the previous term, 6.4, 7.5, and 8.6. Here's our last example that has to deal with writing a geometrical sequence. If the pattern continues, what algebraic expression can be used to find the plant's height for any month? What will be the plant's height at 12 months? So here it's really important. Um, this is going to be considered the position of the two of them. And then this is going to be the value of the term. So what we want to do is we want to find out how did we get from the month to the height. So like what number did we multiply or divide by to get the height? So this is kind of like what we learned in some previous lessons where we found the ratio. So height over month. So 3 over 1, that equaled 3. And then 6 over 2, that equaled 3. And then 9 over 3, that also equaled 3. So basically what we did was we took the month, we multiplied it by 3, and that's how we got our height. Um, so we can just basically say that it's 3 times the number of months. So 3n um, would be our expression. And then if we wanted to find out for 12 months, it would be 3 times 12, and that would equal 36. So our answer um, is 3n, and then it equals 36 inches. Hope that video was helpful. Thank you. Bye.